Hey, good morning everyone and welcome to ShortSalePowerHour.com. My name is Fred Weaver. I'm joined by my partner Kevin Kauffman.
What's up, buddy?
And I think we look a little bit more awake today than I
that's what I'm talking about.
Dang, I saw that still of me. It looked like I had been
you're
woke up from a coma or something, man.
Yeah. No, you were out of
Could
it.
be just the still and the fact that the camera was like 3 feet away from my face.
Could have been the 3 plane flights in the last 5 days. It might have been 5 nights in a hotel.
Who knows?
Could have been the humidity in Florida. All kinds of things.
We love you, Florida, but your
absolutely.
humidity is atrocious.
Man, I'll take my 110-degree heat over the humidity any day.
Absolutely. So, hey, today, guys, we're going to continue on the topic of strategic defaulters.
I love this topic.
And yesterday, I don't know if we said this is ShortSalePowerHour.com, so welcome if you're new, and appreciate you joining us.
Yeah.
But, hey, yesterday we talked a little bit around the bank's hardship, Kevin.
Well, because that's the only hardship that actually matters.
Well, absolutely. When somebody's not paying their bills and is not interested in keeping their home,
right,
it no longer is about the homeowner's hardship, it's about the bank's hardship.
Absolutely.
Does the bank want to save money over going to foreclosure, or do they just want to take the home to foreclosure and lose more?
And at the rate that the banks are losing money, I'm pretty sure, in fact, I'm absolutely convinced at this point, they actually don't have an option but to do the most financially responsible thing.
So I'm like really smiling right now because I just got done laughing my butt off.
Yeah.
I mean, I was laughing really loud. You stepped out of the office for a while and I was still laughing reading this. I just got done reading a blog, and I've been following this guy for a little while, but today's blog post might be the funniest one ever. There's a gentleman out there, and some of you guys may be familiar with him. His name's Martin Andelman, and he has a blog that he writes called Mandelman Matters. And if you want to share any more on that, you're welcome to.
I actually had the opportunity to speak with Martin on the phone a couple weeks ago. We were just kind of talking. He found out about Short Sale Power Hour, and Martin is a self-described homeowner advocate.
Absolutely.
And, I think he'd be okay with me saying this. Martin hates banks. Martin actually might hate banks more than anybody else on the face of the earth.
I absolutely might have to agree with that.
I love the guy for it.
So he wrote a blog post that got posted. Today's Wednesday, May 12th. You're watching this tomorrow, Thursday, May 13th. But he wrote a blog post today called Freddie Mac has a message for strategic defaulters. Yeah? Well, I have a message for Freddie Mac. And I can just hear him saying that.
Yeah.
So Freddie Mac, one of the senior vice presidents, I believe, at Freddie Mac, wrote an article back on Monday, May 3rd, talking around strategic defaulters and basically asking homeowners to not strategically default. And nowhere in the article did he say we won't do short sales for strategic defaulters or anything like that.
No, and could I quote him? He's talking about, this guy's name is Donald Bacinius. Donald
is an EVP.
Don Bacinius is the executive vice president in charge of Freddie Mac's single-family credit guarantee business. I don't know what the hell that means, but that should tell you that it's all about titles in the banking world. But here's my favorite part of this. The core of his message in this article was, please don't do it.
So here's the deal, guys. Again, we're not going to talk right or wrong, should, shouldn't, but it's very short-sighted to just say don't strategically default. There's a lot more going on.
He did say please. Give the guy that.
Well, there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. Real-life homeowners are facing real-life decisions around what to do with the next 20 years of their life. And I don't say that lightly. I mean that. In fact, if you read Martin's article here, you'll see where he points out the average appreciation over the last 100 years has been about 4%. And some of the homeowners that we deal with on a daily basis that are facing this decision, it's not a decision about could I or couldn't I pay my bills for a couple more years.
No,
this is a decision around I owe twice as much as my house is worth. It's not going to get back to its current value for, say, a quarter of a century.
Just think of the word, it's the buzzword, as I'll call it itself, strategic default. The first word in that is strategic, meaning there's a strategy there. It's a strategy to lose less money.
Yes, absolutely. So, you know what? We're going to post a link directly under this to this article.
Absolutely.
And rather than just talk on and on today for 5, 10, 15 minutes around this, I'm going to encourage you guys to just read this.
Spend the time you would normally use watching this blog. Go read his written blog. It's amazing.
But I want to bring one more thing to the table, and it's something that we've never really talked about. But he references in here, was it Morgan Stanley?
Yes.
And
the National Bankers Association.
Yeah, here it is right now. Morgan Stanley strategically defaulted a couple of months ago on a loan for hundreds of millions of dollars. and the MBA, Mortgage Bankers Association, walked away from some of their real estate this year also. And you know what? I think that's where I have a problem with this whole double standard.
Yeah.
You know, I can hear where you would come from a place of, well, that's wrong to just miss your mortgage payment. I'm not saying that somebody couldn't think that way.
We're not talking right or wrong.
But I have a problem with the executive vice president at Freddie Mac telling people not to do it when it's going on at the banks. It's okay for big business to do it. It's not okay for little Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner to do it. And that's where I have a real problem.
And that's honestly, you want to talk about not fair. That's what's not fair.
Absolutely. So we're going to say no more. Stop the video right after the cheer here and go read this article. And if you liked what you heard from Martin, I would encourage you to make a comment on today's video and encourage Martin to come appear on the show with us here.
We're getting Martin. This is my personal plea to you, buddy. I'm gonna get you back on the phone. This is my personal invite. I want you as a guest on shortsalepowerhour.com. Martin, that's not. I've never extended an invitation via the web before, and this is my invitation to you, buddy. Let's get you on for at least an episode, if not 20.
Let's do it. And Martin, while you're watching here, if you've never made it to the end of one of our videos, watch closely. When you make your guest appearance, you don't look like some of our other guests.
Yeah, we tend to throw people off.
A little off. So okay, here we go. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Short Sale Power Hour. Short Sale Power Hour.
Crush it.